Tonight, it's life in prison for a pair of men who pleaded guilty to murder in the 2022 shooting death of an Orangeburg County 6-year-old. Winston Hunter was senselessly gunned down while watching TV inside his home in Woodford almost 2 years ago.
Two of the defendants charged in his death, 19-year-old Jeremiah Harley and 21-year-old Ethan Anderson, received life sentences today for their roles in the killing. Nick Neville has more from inside the courtroom.
The judge saying that this was an airtight case and showing no mercy. First Circuit Solicitor David Pascow saying it's hard to imagine two more divergent paths than those of the Hunters and the defendants on that May night in 2022. 1 year, 11 months, and 3 days after 6-year-old Winston Hunter was killed in a drive-by shooting in the Orangeburg County town of North, two men sentenced to life in prison for their roles in his death.
Every day I am walking to make sure he was not taken in vain, even though he was taken from a senseless. But I want to make sure his life is not in vain.
Jeremiah Harley and Ethan Anderson, who were 17 and 19 at the time of the killing, were set to go to trial next week before pleading guilty Tuesday.
Their clients were going to get convicted. The evidence was absolutely overwhelming.
On the night of the murder, the Hunters were having family night, while prosecutors detailing how a group of 4 young men drove up to their home looking for a drug dealer and fired more than 20 shots into the house, a fatal bullet from Harley's gun striking Winston.
All 4 defendants claimed that they thought, quote, that they were being set up because there are a lot of cars here.
Winston's father and brother tried to perform CPR to save him, but it was too late.
And it's very hard to sit here and say it's going to be okay, because it's never going to be okay. If y'all know the pain y'all put us through, y'all will never understand.
Prosecutors say evidence shows that in the days after the killing, the defendants celebrated with a bottle of Patron.
It's really just incomprehensible. It's hard to imagine the evil intent in someone's heart to do that.
Winston's parents and a cousin speaking at sentencing, describing what a bright future he had and how he touched countless lives in his short time on this earth.
He had already touched so many lives in those 6 years that maybe that I probably haven't even touching that many now.
He could have been an MLB player. He could have been a doctor. He could have been a lawyer. He could have been anything he wanted to be, but he no longer gets that opportunity because these individuals took it upon themselves to snatch his life that night over something that, in my mind, is minuscule.
All 3 guns used in this drive-by have been recovered, and Solicitor Pascow says 3 of the 4 defendants have confessed to their involvement. Reporting in Orangeburg, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
Cases against the other 2 defendants are still pending.